Good morning.
Good morning. There was a delayed reaction this morning.
I'm kind of worried because it seems like things are cutting in and out today. I have a feeling we may have technical difficulties. Keep our fingers crossed we don't, but let's see what happens.
Your lips are not synced.
They're not?
No, you're kind of like a Japanese, like a, you know, Japanese movie.
Oh no.
So how you been?
Good, good. Week number 47. It's been a bit of a tough couple of weeks, but trying to get some motivation together. That's why I'm here today. Are you gonna motivate me?
I'm gonna try.
Okay,
I'm
good.
very I'm very energized and positive and I don't know. I've had a good week and there's a lot of interesting things going on in the community. Like there's a lot of initiatives being taken and we're back into the arts and so I'm energized.
Yeah, we have three really good guests on today, so they should motivate us. And like you say, people are really coming together during the pandemic, so
Uh-huh.
which is a positive. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a positive thing because people are working together more. I find.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's always fun to meet new people and to start talking with new people
Hmm.
and then you see the magic happen, because then you just feed off of one another and
Ooh, we
come
just
up with. Oh, you're frozen. You were okay. You're back.
yeah.
You were
I
frozen.
think the internet is kind of up and down or something because we both disappeared for a second. So
Oh well,
let's
I
just
was I was still here. I was still here.
you don't know
Anyway,
you're
so after talking to Yafa last week,
yeah. I was
uh,
just gonna say that was
it
wonderful.
was it was really energizing, and she is so full of ideas, and she approached us with a new project that she had in mind, and I'm going to talk about this morning because it's an awesome little initiative.
Hmm.
It is called hashtag locking down community love, and it's in line with what we were talking last week, because remember we were talking about our lions and our coloring and
Yep.
how art helps with the mental health.
Hmm.
So I haven't finished my homework, but this is what I got
Oh,
so
that's
far.
your coloring. I thought you were going to show me the other one. See, here's mine.
Oh my God, Miley! Wow,
I did use that for my mental health this week, and as you can see, it's the secret colors, red and
it's
black.
beautiful.
Well, you,
Wow.
you started. You started. I thought you were going to tell me the dog ate your homework, but you have something
No, I started this morning when we were talking about it. I
there.
didn't forget, but I've been busy with the other one. So this
Yes.
new project was kind of in line with what we were talking,
Yep.
and so we printed a whole bunch of them, and people can come and get their papers, or they can get a digital copy and print their own, and then they can snap a picture and either post it on their social media and with the hashtag locking down community love,
Hmm.
or they can bring in the hard copy. I think Yafa has a plan of getting everything that's done and try to make a big collage out of it. But
Okay.
anyway, so this is my little humble locking down community love. Here you go with the red
Once
and the black
again,
again.
I did mine
Beautiful.
in the secret colors, black and red.
I want to show people, because if you go on Facebook right now and you look on our Facebook page, you can see the hashtag. And if you click on the hashtag, it will bring you to a whole bunch of the little papers and the
Mhm.
people who have done them and the people who have picked them up. So you'll see different things. One of my favorite ones, I think it's coming up. Oh, there's a frame. So once you do your little um, heart and you've
Mhm.
sent it in, you can change your picture until February 14th with the Locking Down Cornwall Community Love. Um, Simply Jennifer here is having some at her restaurant. Here's some more.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, but I'll show you my favorite one if it comes down. I hope I see it because Facebook is kind of weird. Sometimes it doesn't show everything that comes up, but
Oh, we have
yeah,
some original ideas in there.
yeah. There's one that did like a little lady on. Look,
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I
isn't
see.
that cute?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
saw
little
that
lady
one.
there that's looking at flowers. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're super original. People are really letting their inspiration take over, and it's a fun little project, and it's great for the kids too. So if you have kids at home who are bored and are looking for things to do, although tomorrow the schools are reopening, but it's a cool little project, and it's a cool little social community project. So get your papers. You can contact Yafa. She has some over there. You can pick them up also at the Seeker newspaper box. Yeah, it's a nice little thing.
Now,
Show me yours again.
do you have to live in the community to do it, or can you have lived in the community to do it? I wanted to
Um,
get my kids out in Calgary to do it.
I think that's fine. Like, I mean,
From here.
well, it doesn't really matter, you know. Community is defined by, you know, community. It's not necessarily only Cornwall. It doesn't mean Cornwall. The community is a group of people, right? So, um, it can be from anywhere in the world, for all I care, you know.
I just thought it would be kind of cute to do something with them right now too, because I know they're getting a little fatigued out there too. So I
Yeah,
have to get them to download
yeah.
and cover it out there.
Yeah, but it was uplifting. I mean, my
Yeah,
spirits were high because of it, and you know, it helped a lot this week. Um, there's you know, we're talking about the mental. Go ahead.
definitely helped me this week though. Just the coloring, because it's not something I usually do. Like, I mean, we're on the computer, so this was really nice.
Yeah,
It does help.
yeah, and of course, you know, walking. If you
Mhm.
go out and walk every day, that helps. I know our guest, Jane McLaren, who's going to be on later. She's been walking every day,
Yeah,
and you know, it does. You get your body moving. It helps with your mental health. But you know,
mhm.
there's a real problem right now. There's a lack of services available because the demand is so high.
Yeah,
It's a real struggle to find a counselor right now. I know my son has been on the list for quite some time, and sadly, you know, there's no telling when he's going to be matched to a counselor. So um, I know I needed to talk to someone because I was struggling with the death of my mom and everything. There was a lot, you know, going on back in December and November when my mom passed away. So I wanted to talk to somebody, and I had started talking with Christine. Um,
hmm,
Initially, Christine was on our show a few times, and I was talking with her. But I don't know, like after Christmas, she took a break, and it kind of fell through. We kind of lost touch,
yeah.
and she was off in between Christmas and New Year's, and I needed to talk to someone. So I was skeptical at first, but then I looked at something called BetterHelp,
Okay.
and it's an online service. And yeah, I thought, you know, internet counseling, that's kind of iffy. Like, you know, maybe it's, I don't know. It was like, how do you vet the people that are talking to you? But apparently everybody is vetted through them. They make sure that they have counselors that are accredited but they're from all over the world. Anyways, I was matched with a amazing counselor, like life sends you what you need, right? This
Yep.
guy was exactly what I needed for the issues that I had. And I'm so happy. Like it within 24 hours I was matched with a counselor. I was able to start counseling and talking to someone, and this is available. You get one video session a week, and then the counselor is available to you anytime. You can just email. Well, it's a messaging platform, but you can
Okay.
message them. They get back to you if you have an issue. You're struggling with something. You just like send a message. And so yeah. Anyways, it's a good option, and it's affordable as opposed to oftentimes counselors are charging like $150 for a session. If you don't have insurance, it's kind of really
Well, it is.
expensive,
Yeah,
right?
it's hard.
I know that like when you're on the waiting list, like my son, I think some of the community counseling are kind of subsidized, and
Yeah.
you don't have to pay anything. But anyways, this BetterHelp thing is about $95 a month, I think.
A
And then
month?
if you, yeah, and then if you're low income, it is very affordable.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if you are low income, you can ask for a subsidized version of it, and it's even less. So,
Okay.
anyways, just thought I would talk about that this morning because there's a stigma around counseling and mental health and
Yeah.
talking to someone, like you say, I see a counselor, people say, you're nuts,
Yeah.
oh, this woman's got issues, but we all have issues. We all have luggage.
Yeah. I mean, I've dealt with counselors in my past too, and it's not that you're crazy or anything is wrong. They just give you tools to work with.
Exactly.
Basically, that's the way I looked at it. They gave me tools to work with to see things and deal with things in a different way because what I was doing wasn't working for me. So it's just somebody else's outlook is different. But a counselor cannot tell you what to do. They can just give you tools to help you.
And advice and suggestions. Like this is what I like with this guy that I am with. He is very hands-on
Mhm.
and solutions orientated, which is what I need, because I can't stand a counselor that will tell me, well, what do you think about that, and why do you think that is, and how do you feel you could do things better, or I need
Yeah.
somebody who tells me, okay, well, yeah, listen, this is not working, maybe you should try this, or
Yeah.
maybe you should try that, and cope like this and cope like that. Like one of my big things right now, and I know it's a thing for you too, is worries.
Yeah.
I worry about my kids all the time, like so much. My two older ones, like I'm in a constant state of worry,
Yeah.
and I
Exactly.
need
I know
to,
we're both
I
in
need
that
to
state with our older one.
yeah. You have kids that you're worried about too, and so there's illnesses, there's like yeah.
Yeah.
So just thought I'd touch base and say that
Yeah.
to our readers and viewers. Help is there if you need help and you're on the waiting list and you feel like you need help now. Well, there's also like the helplines that you can phone into anytime. But if you're a one-on-one kind of person, this BetterHelp is pretty good.
Okay, so it's betterhealth.com.ca. What is it? How do you get to it?
BetterHelp.com.
BetterHealth.
Yes, not health.
Okay,
Health.
I heard health at first. That's why I wanted to clarify.
No,
BetterHealth.com.
HELP.
Yeah, help.
So you know what I did yesterday?
Well, I know you went on another walk. I went out in the country too yesterday because I really was going stir crazy and needed to get out. But it was cold.
It was super cold. Where did you go?
I just went out with Sheldon to the property. So we
Okay.
went. I'm actually going to put a few pictures up. We haven't posted anything or done anything because, again, with the winter, we're not really able to do much at the house per se. But we went out and we took a little walk down to the stream and just it was just the crunching of the snow and the coldness and just the quiet. It was just beautiful. Just what I needed yesterday. I needed to get away. So yeah,
So
when we actually move out there, the driveway is long enough, Julia, that if I do 5 lengths back and forth in the morning and 5 at night, I get a really good workout because it's a good walk and most of it is uphill. So it's
Wow.
actually really good. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to have you meet us out there at some point so you can see what we're
I know. I
talking
can't
about.
believe I haven't seen it yet. Like, I should do one of my hikes to your property.
Yeah, because there's a lot of little paths that we're gonna actually make a lot of walking paths once we're out there. But even now, there's a lot of deer trails and stuff, so it's really pretty. But what about your hike yesterday? I saw a few pictures.
So yeah, I went to Smiths Falls. So, I really enjoy discovering all of this Ontario countryside.
Mm-hmm.
I I stayed here basically in Cornwall, and I was never really going anywhere until this pandemic happened, and then I kind of was forced to, find creative ways to to entertain the kids and also
Yeah,
to stay healthy and sane.
yeah,
And so we started visiting all these little um towns, and like Smiths Falls is really pretty.
yeah. Well, my mom and
Kind of
dad
far
were they lived in Brockville, remember? And
away. Uh-oh.
and they were actually in Smith Falls. They were in Brockville, and there was one other one that they did too, Prescott. But it's pretty, and it's not that far.
And Merrickville.
Oh
We
God,
went
that's
to
beautiful.
Merrickville. We
Yeah,
went to Merrickville to get to Smiths Falls,
yeah.
and I'm like, what is this place? Like,
It's
it looks like straight out of the little fairy tale book,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It's so charming, and it's got lots of little stores and stuff. Like, it would be an awesome place to visit in the summer, and when the stores are all reopened, and.
yeah. It is. It's beautiful. Westport is another really pretty place too around there. Because, like I say, when my mom and dad lived out there, we did a little visiting out there
Mhm.
too. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so anyway, we went there, and the kids at first were really disappointed because it was not like our usual typical hike. It was very urban compared to what we do usually, which is in the woods, right? We go in the woods
Mhm.
and we walk the woods. This path is all on the waterfront. So
Oh.
it's on the Rideau Canal,
Hmm.
like the Rideau River or whatever it is. Like, I don't know if it's a canal at that point or a river, but that Rideau thing goes really, really far away. It goes all the way from Ottawa all the way to I don't know where, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like miles and miles. So anyway, so it's more urban. You're seeing the scenery is like a city kind of,
Yeah.
you know. So they're like, well, that's lame. Why are we here? We could have done that in Cornwall, a walk on the waterfront. But then it started really getting interesting. There's like a lot of visually appealing little places. There's the locks, and
Hmm.
so yeah, it was fun. It was shorter than usual because usually we stay we do about 5K,
So what was
but
this?
it was too cold. Like uh, half of that. We did about 2.5 yesterday. It was cold, man.
Did you find proper boots this time? Because I know you were having an issue with your boots.
I had an issue with my boots. I have the same boots, but what I did is I had thermal socks in it this
Oh, okay,
time.
good.
So yeah, my feet were warm, but like I swear I could feel my
Yeah,
tears freezing in my
yeah,
eyes.
yeah. In our snowmobiling days, we used to have electric risers and the whole bit, and sometimes it was so cold that your eyes would stay open, like you couldn't close them. Your tears would freeze.
Yeah, snowmobiles. There was a lot of them out yesterday too. It was a beautiful day, but there's been a lot of accidents, eh?
Oh, I know. There was one just a few days ago, I believe, out in
Hmm.
Ingleside or along Sioux or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very scary. You got to be very, very
yeah,
careful.
yeah. Anyways, so we have wonderful guests today.
10:20 already. Holy cow! Time flies when
It's
you're having
10:20
fun.
already. Yes, they'll be coming in soon, I'm sure. Um, we're going to be talking to Jay McLaren. Uh, oh my God, I got a blank. Tracy Davies and Mike Petrenka. Am I saying that real well?
I
Am I
think you
saying
are.
that right? Petrinka.
I'm,
But-
that's how you say that.
So Mike is the owner of Mike's Printing Apparel. He actually won the Win the Space
Mm.
contest from the city of Cornwall. So he's going to be opening a shop, a printing. He prints apparel, right? Mike's Printing
Clothing.
Apparel.
Let's say
Clothing. So,
clothing. Sweatshirts,
So-
t-shirts, things like that.
right. So he'll be opening a store. I think it's in March.
Mhm.
And so he's got a brand new initiative with Jane McLaren and Tracy Lynn Davies. Also, other artists. They have started this thing called, I have to look it up because I can't remember now, Cornwall Through Our Eyes. And Jane is here and Tracy are there. So I'm going to bring them in, and then Mike is going to be in shortly after. And I'm going to bring them in, and they can talk to us about their project. Good morning, Jane. Hey, girl.
Hi, Jane. Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
There we go. I was muted.
Yep.
Famous words of 2020 and 2021. Can you hear me? Am I
Right?
muted? You're muted.
Should put that on the t-shirt.
I was just going to say, there's our
Now
next
I'm
thing,
muted.
Tracy. Unmute me.
Can you hear me now?
Can you share your screen?
So, the theme for the next time we do this is going to be unmute me.
It's so funny.
Oh,
So
my
Mike
goodness.
is here. No, Mike is not here. Mike did come before to check it out, so I know it's working. He should be here shortly. And but Jane, why don't you start and tell us all about that project?
Sure. So I was just pondering ideas, and as everybody knows, our local businesses have been really hurt by COVID and the second lockdown coming on. And I was sort of brainstorming ideas, what could be done. And I grew up as a musician. I don't know how many people realize that. So I have a master's in music therapy. So my whole life has been music and performing, and I've done theater and different things like that. And as I thought about it, I realized the arts has been just had the rug pulled right out from underneath them in terms of COVID. Our theaters are dark. There's no concerts. There's no art galleries open. There's no art show. Like, it's just gone. And we don't know when or how that's going to come back. So I started trying to come up with some ideas to support the arts and hit on this idea of collaborating with local artists, focusing on artists whose prime means of living is their art. So this is what they rely on for their income. And most of those people are self-employed. So CERB was not offered to them. The EI things are not offered to them. It's, find a way to do your art or get another job or starve. Those are your choices. Starving artist has taken on an entire new connotation. So working with Tracy, we identified 5 artists to start with and gave them the challenge to look at Cornwall and things that they love about this community, things that have really stood out to them, especially in this COVID time, being things that should be celebrated, things that make our community special and wonderful, and portray that in art. And then we partnered with Mike's Printing. And as you know, he won the Win the Space and will be moving into downtown. And we've come up with going to be put on t-shirts, and those t-shirts will be available for sale. And the proceeds will go back into supporting the arts and artists in our community.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really awesome because it also helps the artist, and it also helps a small business who's just starting, because I can't imagine what it would require to start a business right now in this time, because you're
Right.
like, am I opening? Am I not opening? Am I locking down now?
And we have a few things set up. So each of the artists is going to, like, they produced it for the t-shirt right now for Mike with what he needs, but they're also going to do an original. So there'll be one of a kind original of what their artwork is. And when Mike opens, because he will be in the downtown, someplace between 1st and 2nd, I believe he will be locating in March. Don't have a date yet, but he will have the originals so you can see them. They will be in the window of his store.
Nice.
So people will be able to see them. We will auction those off. So probably be an online auction because COVID will probably still be around to some extent for a little while longer. Hopefully we're kicking it away, but I'm sure it's lingering as long as it can. So probably an online auction for that to raise some more money. And everybody who orders a t-shirt, and all the orders will be done through Mike's Printing online. Everyone who orders one will be entered into a draw to get a $50 gift certificate from Mike's store, and that draw will be done on his opening.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's
Nice.
a lot going
Where
on.
is Mike? I'm like, where is Mike?
He's probably printing t-shirts.
Yes.
Trying to keep his own art alive.
Did you say
There you go.
250? 250, right?
You glitched off. Can
250
you
what?
say it again?
You said $250 for
No,
the certificate.
$50.
50.
$50 for the gift.
Okay,
the
okay.
gift 50.
At least don't get people too excited now.
No, I was getting excited. I just wanted to clarify.
I thought you were saying we plan to sell 250 shirts, and I'm like, yeah, that's where we want to start, and then we want to.
That's
keep
the
going.
starting point. Yeah.
That would be perfect.
They are.
So
they're just-
Tracy, when Jane approached you, what was your reaction, and how did you decide who to approach?
Well, when Jane approached me about it, I was grateful. I was so grateful to be a part of it and that she considered me, actually. We moved really fast, actually. It was quite a quick, we jumped in basically, and I tried to think of 5 artists to start with, a team of 5 who art is their full-time job, to try to support initially and get the project off the ground and iron out any wrinkles. So I approached Laura Stevens at Victoria Street Studios, and Pierre Giroux, who most know. He's done the Cornwall Historic Walk, not billboards, but the plaques.
Yeah.
And Yafa Gowali, who's fairly new to Cornwall, but she's been right into the art scene. She's got Corn Now, and she's been doing so much volunteer work, getting kids doing art, doing some stuff online. So she's also designed a t-shirt. She's primary income is art. Myself, I also am taking part, which is great because usually I'm working, but now I'm taking part. So that's quite exciting for me. And Louise Mignon, who's also a full-time artist. So we came up with these 5 to start. And again, just to get things going and get launched. And we are hoping to continue the project and keep working while we're closed. And onward.
So-
Who knows where it will take us, right, Jane?
Well, yeah, if we can keep this going, whether it's t-shirts, coffee mugs, calendars, like there's all kinds of ideas. We've been talking with Cornwall Tourism, talking with Choose Cornwall. The DBIA is helping to sponsor. So the $50 gift certificate is actually from the DBIA. So
Okay.
it will be also benefiting Mike's business.
Mhm.
He's not giving up $50. It's actually, funds that are being brought into this. If we can grow this and carry it forward, we have if you walk through my home, which you can't be because you're not allowed in. I mean, like, right? I had a joke. I had a bare wall, and I picked up a couple of Tracy's paintings, and it just blew up from there. I call it my art wall. So it's covered in art. And now I have local art, including the one behind me, in pretty much every room in my house. And I have a running joke that someday when I'm 110 and finally have to give up my home and go into like a bachelor, all those places, whether it's retirement homes, long-term care, even apartment, it's always white walls, right? White or off-white. There's never any color. I'm taking all these paintings and I'm filling the entire place wall to wall like an art gallery with paintings so that my eyes can be inspired every single day, regardless of where I am. I don't have to paint a room. I just have inspiration, and they're all different. It's all just art that spoke to my heart. So every time I turn around when I'm 110, because I'm going to be good, I'm not moving till I'm 110. I'll say it now. When I'm 110, I'm still going to be independent, strong, and healthy.
I share
You're
your
110, I'll still be selling art to you. So
There you go. I'll have more art.
I love, Jane, that you're also, you're putting on Facebook all the time, should I get this one? Should I consider that one? And I mean, they're all gorgeous. They're so beautiful. I'm like, if you don't, I will.
I have one that actually I have a Laura Stevens one. I think a few people tried to buy it after I did.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Like
Mhm.
somebody like
So
10
this
minutes
is
later was like,
Laura
I
on the
want that
screen
one. I'm
right
like,
now.
go away.
This is Laura on the screen right now, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So
That's really interesting.
it is super interesting. Look at the
Mhm.
color. It's beautiful.
Yeah, every cyclist in Cornwall needs this shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay,
Absolutely
so I'm
this
gonna
shirt.
go through the art and you guys can tell me about them.
Oh yes, this is Pierre Giroux, and
Mike sent me a message. Excuse me.
he knows that the port is definitely a spot in Cornwall that's well known, and he did this fabulous design. I mean, who wouldn't want this to remember Cornwall by if they've visited, or even to wear it when you live here, just to be supportive and show off this really cool spot.
I look at it too,
Yeah.
and I think it represents Le Village as well.
Yes,
And a lot
yes.
of our
Yeah.
Franco-Ontarian heritage and culture that is in our community.
Yeah, he did a great job. Mm-hmm. This is Louise Mignon, and she is a batik artist and an oil painter. And these are the geese. You'll see a lot of geese in Lamoureux, and they're just beautiful. Yeah, she did a great job with that and the colors.
Nice.
That's me. I did a Zentangle flavor. It's representing fishing in the St. Lawrence, and this walleye is on the line. Some happy fisherman has just caught a nice big one.
Oh, nice.
That
Okay,
is such
and
a
I'm
different style for you, Tracy.
Yeah, I wanted to do it very blocky and kind of, I don't know, I really like that kind of design. So I've been playing with that a little bit more. And this is Yafa Gowali, and she does lots of colorful work. We actually have a show for her coming up. Our opening show at Kaylewin will be Yafa and Kaiser and their Power Shine show. She paints on bodies, she paints on people, and it's just good. It's absolutely shocking how gorgeous this show is. And she took part in this t-shirt design, and she did something nice and bright and colorful to represent Cornwall and art and locals, supporting local and loving each other. She's very passionate about everybody working together and caring about one another. So she's been a great addition to the art community.
No, we had her last week on the show, and I was just talking about how, you know, we met her, and she's so full of energy.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and then, you know, we started talking, and she approached us about this Cornwall. Oh, my lease disappeared. What happened? Okay.
Mike said
she
he's on a
talked-
support call, so he might not make it.
Okay, that's fine. So, so Yafa approached us so we could start this locking down community love little hearts that we printed. We printed one batch of 200, and she went through that like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so we're printing another batch today, and hopefully we'll, you know, as many people as we can, like even the schools and the kids, and it's just an awesome little project. Here she is.
Yeah, it's uplifting. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I just viewed my internet completely disconnected.
Okay.
Oops.
So yeah, I couldn't get back in. So it may happen again, so you'll know.
Technical difficulties. That's another thing
Yeah,
we had many of during this COVID.
Yeah.
So, anyways, do you guys have any price point so far? Do you know how much you're going to sell the shirts for?
The t-shirts are $25 for short sleeve and $30 for long sleeve.
Which is very reasonable.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they will all be through mikesprinting.ca. So he's going to handle all of the orders and all of the payments. So everything is hands off, hands free. And
Okay.
as he does the runs, he will set up pickup as well. So everything will be nice and neat and COVID clean without any worries whatsoever. Waiting for a few last images from Mike, and then we'll have our posters and that out. But by the end of this week, all the information will be out and available for people. So place an order for a Valentine's gift if you want.
Yeah.
Great
Good idea.
Valentine's
Great
gift.
Valentine's gift. Yeah. And you're supporting your community, you're supporting the artists, you're supporting a small business. It's just awesome all around.
You know, I sometimes think the arts get a bad rep. Like we look at them as the extra fluff. You know, you go to a concert or you go to a play or you go to an art gallery, you buy art. They're like the extras in our life. They're the things we do for fun. Arts, that's not what the arts are, at least not to
Oh,
me.
Mike is here. Hold on, I'm going to add him to the
Bring him
screen.
in. Yay.
There he
Hi,
is.
Mike.
Hello, sorry for
There he
being
is.
late.
It's
With all the stuff
okay.
behind them. So, like, I was just saying, like, I think the arts get a bad rep. It's like everybody has they're like the recreation or extra or time off or free time, which they really aren't. Because if you think about it, when somebody gets married, there's music. So there's the daddy-daughter dance. There's the first dance as husband and wife. When you have a baby, you sing lullabies. When there's a funeral, there's music. And when you hear those songs again, you're instantly transported back to that moment in time because there's a heart connection. And when you go and you see a play and you see your friends, especially local theater, you see your friends on stage and you see things about, you're like, how do they do that? And they become different people in front of you. If you ever get a chance to perform, Brett DeRosier does all kinds of improv workshops and that. If you ever get a chance, there's something about doing theater that allows you to bring out parts of yourself that you would not share otherwise. And it changes, it transforms you, it builds your confidence, and it allows you to do things like this, to come on and speak like this. And then you have art. And yeah, yeah, that's nice. Oh, who in the right mind would have ever painted that? You call that art? And then you go stand in front of one and you can't say anything because it speaks to your heart. Artists in our community are the people who take the words that nobody can say, the words that you can't find words for, and they bring them to life. When a community is a healthy, vibrant arts community, you have a community that speaks to people, and it speaks to its residents, and it speaks to its tourists, and it speaks to its region. Without them, we silence our voice. The arts are never meant to be fluff. The arts are the people who open up the heart of what we truly are. And that's part of what this project is. They've taken pictures of what Cornwall is to them and just sharing that heart with people.
I think it was Winston Churchill that had something to say about the arts when he was told that they'd have to move money from the arts to the war effort. He said, "Well, why would we? What are we fighting for? If you take that away, our culture, what are we fighting for?" Yeah. So I think from my experience, people will come into the gallery and they're shocked, jaw dropped. They can't believe that there's a space so full of beautiful artwork. And, the feeling you get, the tranquility and all the color, it's actually moving. It's emotional. We've had people come in and look at pieces and well up with tears because it brings them back to something, or it gives them something that they're wishing for, and they have to have that painting because it has a meaning. And you don't have, all your art doesn't have to match. Your whole house doesn't have to match. You can have lots of art that, like Jane, you don't have to match, right? You enjoy, you fill your rooms with what you want to see and what makes you feel happy. And at the same time, supporting somebody who's working really hard at putting this together, putting these pieces together. So
exactly. It was beautifully and eloquently said, Jane. I really loved your passion into it. I'm going to go to Mike because we haven't spoken to him yet, but I want to know, so how did you, so Jane approached you with this project.
Yep.
So what was your reaction and what did you do and how did you make it happen?
Instantly excited. This is exactly what I want to do more of getting the art onto garments, and stuff that people can wear. They can walk around the city with and be proud to pull that shirt out of their closet and say, this is what I want to wear today. Yeah. So I'm definitely really excited to do this and more of it for sure.
And Mike is an artist too. I think sometimes you look at somebody print shirts and you think they print shirts. So Mike's been instrumental in how we set this up, what shape, what design, putting things together. So he's bringing his art into this as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's making the shirts become a moving billboard for the artist, right? So it's a living billboard.
There's going to be my new tag, Gallery in Motion.
Yeah.
There we go. That's actually quite good. I like that.
Very good.
Gallery in Motion.
I'm changing it now.
Maybe that's what you want to call it because it's awesome. That's a great initiative.
There's something that was brought to me whenever I was doing the pitch for Win This Space, and part of the business plan was the tourist aspect of stuff we don't have, and it's starting. There's other people that are coming forward with Cornwall branded merchandise, right, and being proud of their city and stuff that they want to wear. So there's more of that, and I think what Tracy has her indigenous art that's coming through, and some of the other stuff that has that flavor that represents our community. That once COVID is over and we start seeing more people, more tourists that are coming into downtown, they're coming into the city, that they have something that they can take away with them.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to rotate.
Yeah, it's all sideways.
Yeah.
Amazing pieces.
Yeah, I want to show the art again. So those are going to be the first 5 shirts, but it's not limited to that, right? You're going to be
We're
probably
hoping this
evolving.
is a starting point.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Now
is a
I'm
starting point.
Gallery in Motion. I'm on it now. I love that.
Yeah.
term, so,
Here we go.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Cornwall Gallery in Motion. That's awesome.
That is
I,
awesome.
and I like Jane's other word too, COVID clean. I like that one.
It's COVID clean.
COVID clean.
Very creative.
Yeah.
And the other thing we have is when you see the word Cornwall, we've replaced the O with a heart because it is about loving our community and celebrating all the things that make Cornwall an area unique and special and wonderful. And I think if COVID has done anything for us, it has challenged us to look at community differently because A, we've lost community in terms of hanging out with people, but B, we've rediscovered community because you've been out, you've been walking, you're getting to see your neighborhood. I know,
Yeah.
Julia, you've been out hiking in all kinds of different areas. I spent hours this weekend out in Grays Creek with my dogs, meeting all kinds of people as we waved as we passed and didn't say anything. But we've rediscovered the simple joys and the simple things that are in our community. And we've also got to appreciate things that we don't have.
I know. I was just thinking, Mike's wife, Lacey, is an awesome actress and singer. And I mean, like, this is something I look forward to every year is the musical from the Seaway Valley Theater Company. I miss it so much. Like, we don't realize because we take it for granted it's there. So, it's going to be there next time I want to go. But we've lost it. And it made us appreciate.
That's it.
Been an
It would be right about this time that we would be getting into
Yep.
Altsville and getting that thing mounted and ready to go and people looking forward to doing it. Yeah, and it's a total loss. It's not here this year.
It is. It is a
Yeah,
total
and,
loss.
and Julia, that's kind of our date night. Did Julia and I have a supper and then
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
awesome.
Day date night for each other.
That's awesome. Mhm.
So we're gonna miss
Yeah.
it this year.
And the Seaway Valley Theater Company just moved into a building, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I was saying, you won the Windows space, and you're moving into a new space in March, I think it is.
That's right.
So kudos to you. I
Thank
can't
you.
imagine how hard it could be to start a business, and well, not start because you've been in business for a while, but moving to a space in these COVID times, like great is the word that comes to mind.
I'm trying to be positive. I think with it that we're on the way out of this this issue that we're dealing with, and hopefully things will pick up by the summertime.
Yes. Well, last summer was not so bad because, the cases went down and hopefully it takes the same curve.
And vaccine has started in the community too. So, I mean, I know not everyone will get it, but I think the majority will, and that will also help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for being with us today.
Thank you for
I
having
want
us.
to,
Thank you.
You're our official launch.
okay,
This is
that's
the-
great.
this is the first
Awesome.
public we've
You've
done
heard
with
it here
You are our
first.
kickoff.
And Tracy, I'm looking forward to the day that you can open your doors again too, because like you said, you're like stepping into another world going into your gallery. It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Besides that, I miss your puppy.
Ah, yes. That's our
Dog loves me. As
that's
soon as
our
I walk
gallery
in, he spends
security
his whole
dog.
time in my arms.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Well, we miss all of you so much.
We miss you too, guys. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you so
Thank
much.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Here
Yeah, I
we
do
go.
miss walking
Um,
into that gallery because again, like you have a, you just have a bit of a stressful day. You walk into it through the doors of Cayuan Gallery, and it's like you're stepping into another world. It's going to be so
It
nice.
is,
to be open
and
again.
And Jane was right, like she was saying something about music and how, a song brings you back to a certain
Yeah.
moment in time. I don't know if you remember, but I've said that at the Seeker's Choice Awards many times. Like, the songs have a powerful, music has a
Mhm.
power to take you out from where you are at this time and bring you back to the birth of your child, or the moment you met your spouse, or it's really powerful. You're
Yeah.
frozen. Okay, you're back. And
I
it's
don't
the
know.
same thing. It's the same thing for painting. You
Yeah.
go into an art gallery and then you start looking at the stuff. And she was saying, sometimes somebody will come in and they'll start bawling because
Mhm.
this piece of art just goes and grabs them by the heart.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very powerful. And Jane was saying it gives words that you can't express.
Yeah.
It's kind of expressing stuff that have no words to be expressed. So
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's just the quietness of the place, and it's just, I don't know. I just love that gallery. Hopefully it'll
yeah,
open soon. Before
hopefully.
I forget, I know they were talking about things with Cornwall on them, and I do want to show my little mug from Mrs. B's because she's starting to get more stuff too. For people who are coming to Cornwall and looking for something with Cornwall on it. So Mrs.
Hmm.
B's Crafts and Home
That's
Decor has
awesome.
a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah, yeah. So events,
Well, I
what's
know
happening?
for events, what are we looking at today? Speaking of Yafa, she's got arts and crafts by Yafa today. It's going to be, where do you have it? There you go. Yeah, an arts workshop at 1 o'clock. It's a Zoom workshop, so you have to go and get the password and everything.
Hmm.
But she's basically getting the family together, get
Oh,
use
you.
recycled stuff and make art with it. Remember, she showed
Yeah.
us a little margarine container with elastics on it last week.
Yes, yes, yes.
Really
It was
good.
awesome. You
But
can join the event right from our website. So if you go to theseeker.ca and you go to the calendar of events, look, I'm just going to show you here. You go to
yeah,
events right here. That will open the calendar of events. And then once it's open, you can see right here the event. If you click on it,
click on it.
it'll bring you the event details and you can
Join
join
event
the
now.
event right from there.
Perfect.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, perfect. And like say, go onto our events and check out what's going on. I see we have a lot of Monday morning motivation going on, but yeah, and for anybody that has an event coming up, please go and enter your event.
Yeah. It's been,
Seeker.ca under events and answer all the questions. It's easy, like Julie says, easy peasy to put your
it is easy
advertise it.
peasy. It is easy peasy, and it's been really challenging for us to try to find events to populate the calendar with because things are all over the place. Like you go on the Facebook events even, and you do like discover events, and sometimes you see events that are there that are not really happening because they're supposed to be in person, and now that's all canceled, but people didn't cancel their events, so.
So we don't know if they're canceled or if they're not canceled, but they should be canceled. So it's
Yeah.
very difficult. And I'm hoping that one day we can go back to our 4 pages of events in our Seeker, because right now, again, that's super difficult.
Yeah,
So
but if you have an event happening, a virtual event or whatever, you can just go on our website, you click on this button here that says submit an event, and
mhm.
then you can just enter all the details of your event and it will appear in our calendar. So just don't be shy. That's what it's there for. So, and it's absolutely completely free for you to submit your events. So go on and put them on. We'd like to see a lot of virtual events happening hopefully the lockdown is going to be ending very soon. I think February 10th was the next day that we had in mind. I'm not sure if that's happening or not, but
Yeah, we don't know at this point. That's
Yep.
the hard part. There is one other thing. Brent from Taekwondo, SDNG Taekwondo is doing events on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 7. Again, goes to his Facebook page and click on that, and you can join that virtually too. So get a little bit of exercise right in your home. So
yeah, maybe I'll have to do that.
yeah,
I
like,
always tell Brent that I mean to go and start Taekwondo but I tell you, like I was because I've been walking on my treadmill as well, right?
oh good.
And man, was I ever sore. Like even yesterday, because I had a really good walk on the treadmill on Saturday, so my legs were already tired. And then yesterday when I went hiking, it was like in the snow and the up and down and stuff, it's like, oh my God, my legs were so tired this morning.
I know, but it feels like a good tired because you've done something.
It's a
to
good
get
sore,
tired.
right? You feel sore, but it's like, okay, I worked out some muscles that I didn't know I had.
Exactly. Yeah, because like say even walking in the snow, because it was deep snow yesterday too. Could have done with snowshoes because we were
Yeah.
actually up the trail walking in the bush, but it was really nice.
Yeah.
So, oh, you're looking at finishing your coloring?
So
Oh,
I'm actually looking at the February one. This is
yeah,
February.
for anybody that hasn't followed us for Christmas, I bought Julia and myself a set of pencil crayons, markers, and a calendar that you color every month. And the idea was the first of the month after, like we have all of January to color a January, and then February we show it. Then February we'll have all of February to color February. March 1st show, you'll see what we've done.
This
Is
is
that
February. Why giraffes for February?
I don't know. I was
It's
looking at
kind of weird. I'm gonna add some hearts in there because it's February.
well, yeah, it's supposed to be Valentine's.
Valentine. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to miss our Valentine's supper because, like you were saying, we usually do a dinner and a dinner and a show.
Yep.
This year, we're not going to be able to do that. So,
There.
oh,
Added
you
my
find the
heart.
heart. and you've started, so you should be well on your way now.
There
should
you
have
go.
that
I'll
one
be
done
well
for
on my
March.
way. Yep. Hopefully. I won't,
Yeah, and then the other
you know.
thing too, like we were talking about for the coloring, remember to pick up your heart and color that too. And that's going on until February 14th, right? Till Valentine's.
Yes. I want to say yes, but I think Yafa kind of wanted to get them done a little earlier so she can make like a collage or something.
Okay, so it's gonna stop.
I don't know what the plan is yet, but something, yeah. Because it'll be super interesting to get all the artwork together, like from all the people, if they can all drop them off and then make a huge collage of all of them and put them in a window somewhere.
Yeah, maybe the Wind of the Art Center or something, even because it's so interesting to see everybody's color schemes and their approach, because everybody's gonna put their own little touch to it.
Everybody's different. Everybody has a different vision of what it should look like. Some people just stay, within the lines like I did.
Yeah, me too. I stayed all in the lines.
Yeah, but you made something really nice of it. It's very different.
Of course, I did use the Sika colors. If everybody's wondering what the black and red is, Sika colors. Yep. I was actually going to think of doing my whole calendar in Sika colors, but we'll see.
Well, you're going to probably have to buy some more red and black markers because you're going to go through that ink in no time.
Oh, definitely. But it'll be
right. There. Now it's colored in.
Oh, good. So you're ahead of
All
the
game. Right. Well, there was not a lot of activity today. People are very quiet, like usual. We have a bunch of shy viewers.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else that we can mention for events. I know on your TV, the Cornwall Heritage Fairs, I can't even say it, Fair series is on starting this Thursday. Again, it's the fair that was on at the Cornwall Cornwall Square, but of course they can't have the booths and tables there. So Don Smith is going to be hosting that show on your TV. So that's
Awesome.
going to be different. They're going to be talking to different organizations. I think there's 14 different organizations they're going to be talking to about historical stuff. So
Awesome.
and again, pick up our seeker should be in soon too, and we have the second part of our walking tour, which I'm all excited about. Because now we're seeing our buildings in Cornwall in a different light. If you picked up January, there was the first part of the walking tour, explained some of the buildings in Cornwall, and February will continue. So February, you meant to take your sweetheart on a walk. Yeah, there's January. Ian Bowring has done a great job with all the different historical facts. So
yeah, and they're all like beautiful historical buildings that you just walk. You start at one point and you go through the whole thing and stop in front of each building and read the description and then move on to the next one. It's kind of a cool little thing to do, and even with the kids, again, that's a beautiful thing that you can do with the kids.
Yeah, because you start looking at
them about the history.
Yeah, and the different styles of architecture too that you don't really think about. It's just a house. Usually, you walk past it, right? So
right.
It's very interesting. So
all right, well, that's it for us for today. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great week
and a super duper day.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.